take it away.
Okay. Thanks, Ross. Hope everybody's doing well. Excited to be with you guys this week. Obviously, a little different routine, a little different schedule than what we normally have. But, from a media standpoint, but from a team standpoint, it's really, kind of been like an open date for us. With the differences this week, we have no school since they're done with finals, so we've got a little more time. But similar schedule and all that stuff as far as how we're preparing to go play. But, it's awesome, to have the opportunity to be a part of the first expanded playoff. That's exciting to, have this chance and unique opportunity to, go on the road and, play at a great venue against, a great football team. This is a huge challenge, that they all are when you get to this point in the season. You're playing great teams, and you got to play well to win these games. But Texas has had an outstanding year. Sark's done a great job. They're in the playoff now, back-to-back years. You got usually when you're a playoff team, you got excellent quarterback play. So no big shocker with that. They've got an outstanding quarterback. They're really good in the trenches on both sides. They've got explosive playmakers outside. They're built through the run game and the RPO game, the screen game, and shots. I mean, they do a good job of how they put it all together offensively and defensively. I mean, they don't give up any points. So like 12 points a game. This is as good as you're going to see in the country. Big, stout up front, athletic linebackers, very skilled in the secondary. Thorpe Winter and number 7 out there at corner. Obviously, we know Coob and who he is. So it's a complete football team and a great challenge. But we're looking forward to it. We've had a really good week of preparation. Like I said, kind of like an open date a little bit. But been a little different routine because obviously we've had finals going on and all that stuff and have been working through the weekend. But it's been fun, a lot going on. But we've had a good time, and today is like a normal Monday for us as we get back rolling a little bit earlier on the field than what we would on a normal week. So be a normal week of prep. The biggest change will be we're going to go out there Thursday night and get to the hotel probably about 9 o'clock or so, and then kind of have almost like a home game Friday routine for us. So take a little bit of the burden off because we got a lot of people going. The whole team's going, wives are going, all that stuff. So a little different, a little more of a burden on the travel. So we're going to get out there and get situated, and we'll do our walkthrough out there on Friday. So. Excited about it. Look forward to it. Should be a heck of a ball game. Our team, we've been able to use the time wisely to get some guys, as nobody's going to be 100% in game 14. That's just kind of how this game is. And then, you got a long way to go, but we got enough. And unfortunately, we lost Jay Haynes, so he's out. He actually had surgery, tore his ACL, had surgery this morning. He's on the road to recovery as of this moment as we speak. So, but again, look forward to it, and congratulations to Texas and Sark, and another great year for them. Any questions?
Do you do anything with the running back room to add some depth? I mean, obviously it's late.
Well, he's not leaving. He's still here
for this weekend.
They won't cut his leg off. He gets to come back. So. Same deal. We signed who we think's the best running back in the nation, and he gets here today. As a matter of fact, he can't play though, so that's why we signed Gid. We signed Gideon. That's why we signed Jay Haynes. That's why we signed Easy E. These guys didn't come here to sit here. We're in love with the guys that we fell in love with in the recruiting process. But anything can happen. Guys could leave. Somebody else. Anything can happen. And so you're always ready to respond. But we love the room that we have.
Dabo, is this process any different being in the playoffs this year compared to that stretch of where maybe you guys were expected and anticipated to be there? This seems like it's got to be a lot more fun for some of these guys.
It's very different in every aspect because now had we gotten the bye, it would have been very similar, because you play January 1, and so our routine, our schedule, our prep would have been easy to kind of mimic. This is very different very, very different because, again, it's a quick turnaround. It's basically an open date. You're right into it, during finals, and it's a road game. It's a true road game. So it's very different from all of that aspect. But certainly from the makeup of our team, these guys they're excited. They're proud of themselves, man, and they should be. I mean, they won this league, and they are one of 12 teams in the playoff. They earned it. And so these guys, they all want to compete at the highest level. And from as far, we didn't start off the season, and again, we could have scheduled anybody in the opener, but we started off and had a tough half of football, but they responded, and they came back, and they just played their butts off all year and competed and stayed together and had a bump in the road with Louisville that had a bad day, and then you have a very tough loss at the end of your season, with a minute to play, but you respond, and you play all the games. They finished 7-1 in the league and earned an opportunity to go play the one undefeated team in our league and beat them. They're super happy because outside of, I think it's R.J. Mickens, Aiden Swanson, Parks. I think that's the only ones who've been in a playoff. So because we obviously didn't go in 21, 22, 23. So we missed it 3 years. Missed 3 of the Final Fours, but we went to 6 of them. So those guys hadn't been there yet, so it's a big accomplishment for them. This is one of our goals, and so it's going to be a great experience for them. And they all understand that, this is what they work all year for. So to win their league, to qualify for the playoffs, they're certainly, proud of themselves and got some wind at their back for what they were able to achieve and what they were able to overcome throughout the year. But it's a new season, and it's all about, trying to play our best 4 quarters this week. That's what it's going to take. You're not going to sneak up on anybody in the playoffs. You got to play well. So that's what we're focused on doing.
With Locke's shoulder, how much do you think the time off helped him, and what do you think is realistic for this week and Saturday, and maybe plans for behind him?
Yeah, we got what we got. He's everybody's, like I said, nobody's 100%. I doubt they got very few players that are 100%, and we don't either. But certainly some rest from off it's not a bad thing. But he's got to have postseason surgery regardless. But he's going to give everything he's got, and I thought he was better in the last game. But he's a guy. We got to use our depth there for sure. And we got our guys, so that's why we went and signed those guys. So it's their opportunity.
Is there a chance that he plays?
There's a chance they all play. Keith Adams, Zuma May, and Jarvis. That's our backs. So any of them play. Chance any of them play.
Would you rule out taking a player from another position, putting them at running back for the postseason?
Rule out? We don't rule out anything, but we got. Y'all must not believe in Keith Adams and Zuma May and Jarvis Green. Y'all must not believe in them guys. Y'all believed in them in the recruiting process. They were ranked real high. So now they get here and y'all don't believe in them no more. So we got what we got.
Do you think in the future there'll be some of the guys coming in early will be able to play the bowl games?
I don't know. Who knows? I have no idea. Nothing would shock me. Let me just put it that way, but I don't know. No idea. So the good thing about guys being able to come in, at least we'll have some legs to help us, with look squad and stuff like that. In the past when you had a bowl game or a little more time to prep, those guys would come in, you get a little bit more like individual work with them. We don't really have that situation in this case because you're playing right now, and then you win this one, you're turning right around again and getting ready to play, in 9 days or whatever it is. So. But it still will be good for those guys. They can help us just get around them, get them in meetings and things like that. I think we got seven of those mid-years that are going to actually go to Texas with us. So it'll be a good experience for them to, kind of see what it looks like, smell it a little bit.
Dabo, back before the ACC game, you joked with us in here about, hey, if we win, some of you are going to have to write some different things about what this the narrative of this team and you.
Did y'all write anything different, or is it the same?
I don't know, but do you feel justified by by this season and where you are right now because of some of the shots that maybe you took for how you do things? And the way.
I've been taking shots since I got this job. What's changed? Since the day I got this job, I've taken shots. Taking shots. I mean, I've been taking shots for 16 years. We just keep winning, you know. I mean, we just keep going about our business, being purpose-driven. I really don't pay attention to any of that stuff. I really don't. I mean, I know some coaches may say that, but I really don't. So just pay attention to what's important, what matters, and that's these guys, and that's our program, and what's best for Clemson, and so forth. So yeah, I don't worry about any of that stuff.
In addition to Gideon and Easton, do you have who else would be here to be able to practice with you and go?
Yeah, we've got Kari's here. Denson is here. All the linemen are going to be here except for Caddis. He's a summer guy. So, you know, Braden's playing tomorrow in the state championship. He'll come in right after that. I don't think Blanchard, I'm not sure if he's going to make it this week or not. But we've got 7. I think there's 13 of them, 13 or 14. And 7 will be here for sure. Gideon, Easton will be here. Juju's going to be here. I think Quez will be here. So we got a good little group.
Deb, I know in the championship game, Case left hand had a kind of wrap around it. Just kind of, is that something to worry about for you guys, or what's the situation with him on that?
I guess he's got a bruise or something. He's all right. Unless he got to throw left-handed, we'd be in trouble.
Dabo, what makes Sark such an effective play caller and play designer?
Well, he's done it for a long time. I mean, he's a very experienced coach. He's been around great coaches, and you know, he does a good job. I think just having complimentary plays. You know, having answers for things. Just, you know, got a good feel for it.
Wes was talking about eye candy. How much is eye discipline key for your guys defensively?
They rarely run a play where there's not some type of motion. You know, there's a ton of motion, you know, trying to always get tips and indicators of what's going on defensively. But he puts it together really well. Again, it's built through the run game, you know, and rhythm plays, a million screens, a bunch of screens, a bunch of RPO stuff, and then shots, you know, built all around the run game. And, you know, a lot of different protection type of things that they do to create different launch points for the quarterback, different presentations for the defense, off the play action, off the boot, et cetera. So he does a nice job, you know, really packaging it all together. And again, he's done it for a long time and had a lot of success. But, yeah, it's a bunch of bunch sets, formation stuff that you got to really be disciplined with, communication, alignments, leverage, you know, eyes, screening goes, you know, those type of things that really challenge you. You know, if you're very aggressive on the screens, then they got an answer. If you're really, really aggressive on the counterplay, then they got an answer. And so it's a kind of a chess match with these guys.
Within that offense, they tend to throw Arch Manning out there. Just what have you seen from him, just the different skill set that he brings opposed to Quinn Ewers?
Yeah, they didn't really start doing that. You know, he played, you know, when Ewers was out, but they kind of started that latter part of the season. In particular, you know, Texas A&M brought him in on some red zone, some short yardage, 4th and 2. I think he scored a touchdown on a little quarterback run, but he's different, and that's why they're doing that. They obviously trust him, but he's got some wheels on him, man. I mean, he can really move, and he's a strong runner. So certainly, you know, smart by them to use him in some of those situations.
You guys are undefeated on the road this season. How much does that kind of help you guys going into this environment that can hold over 100,000 people?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt that you've gone on the road and won. I mean, it's certainly it's not a negative thing, but I mean, doesn't really mean anything for this game. It's really how you play this game. Whether there's 60,000 or 100,000, you can't be affected by that. You got to lock in on what you do. You know, play in and play out. You know, this game, all of these type of games, really, when you boil it down to what makes the difference in the game, typically it's 2 or 3 or 4 plays, and it's usually something fundamental. It's really what it usually comes down to in these types of games. So you just got to do your job, one play after another, after another, after another, and stay focused. in the moment that you're in throughout the course of the game. Handle the adversity, handle the success in the game. But, it's fun. It's fun. As a competitor, I've always enjoyed going on the road. It's hard when you got everything, is against you, but it's fun too, to go and compete. And this is, again, as good as it gets. It'll be an awesome crowd. They asked me today on the game day thing I was doing, like, what's it going to be like? It would be like, I said, well, it's going to be like a normal road game times a million, because this is a playoff game. And it's just, you're going fishing, right? You lose this one, as Charles Barkley likes to say. It's just, you win, you keep going. You lose, you're done. So, you don't have a game next week. So it's, it's a lot of, everybody knows what's at stake, and everybody knows the opportunity that you have. And it is opportunity. You get the winner gets to go to Atlanta and play Arizona State in the Peach Bowl, and you get a chance to stay alive, for another week. So that's what it comes down to. So you're just excited to be in it and have a chance to go compete. And again, you're playing a great team, at their place. So, and they've earned that. So if we're gonna get it done, we got to go do it the hard way.
I know you were